So we return once again to discover what horrors Capcom can deliver. Who happens to be the showrunner today? Oh, it's Leon Kennedy. Apparently Arnie and his 90s haircut haven't had enough of Umbrella overfeeding the monster-sized mutant crocodiles. Oh, never mind, that's just his mother. We open with Leon monologuing something about rescuing the president's daughter and being trained as a special agent, which, considering it's been 6 years, it's quite the step up from a bob-cut rookie to a full-on Karen operative. It seems Leon is being escorted by 2 local police officers as they debate what part of rural Spain this game actually takes place. Before they can finish their discussion, they pull over to, check the tires, maybe? Oh, never mind. God damn it, Diego. I told you to piss before we left. You know damn well this is a perfectly ominous road for devious foreshadowing. I swear, you're worse than my kids sometimes. So our unnamed officer complains about some cold air, which is exactly what I tell my doctor before I drop my pants, and he shoves his finger up my ass before he returns to the vehicle to continue our journey. The escorts pull the car over once more to ask Nick Carter's less talented wit cousin if the Backstreet Boys will be touring in Europe this year before promptly kicking him from the vehicle because it doesn't take them 2 games to understand what's about to happen and why no one would want to be here. Leon receives a video call? Leon receives a FaceTime call from Ingrid Hunnigan, which surprisingly doesn't drop frame rate or lose signal once. Really, it's the least believable part about this entire game. She remarks about your current objective, and Leon, completely missing the point, decides to make some half-hearted passes at her. I think it might be our acclamation to video game exploration, but I would like to point out how unusual it is that a special agent for the United States government is casually walking into someone's home as though they own the place. Actually, now that I've said it aloud, never mind. Leon asks the gentleman inside whether or not he happens to have seen the daughter of the President of the United States just wandering around, to which the gentleman responds something about rich white women only appearing during civil unrest to take Instagram photos. Or maybe he just said no. Either way, Leon politely excuses himself in efforts to avoid stirring up trouble when the gentleman begins to lunge at him with a sharp weapon, to which Leon is forced to gun him down in cold blood. Or at least that's what it'll say in the official report. We return to the exterior to find the village is now aware of Leon's foreign presence and is choosing to mobilize on his position. Ah, and there's the Instagram celebrities. Hunnigan chimes in once more to remind us that this is a small, remote, and humble village only armed with pitchforks and shovels. So he's clear to open fire on them. Before long, the villagers are summoned by a bell from deeper within the hamlet as they drop their weapons and retreat into a nearby church. They may be bloodthirsty monsters, but at least they believe in a higher power. Not unlike that of the Catholic Church. You know, if Leon had a grasp of the Spanish language and would stop roundhouse kicking the locals, we might find that this is all just a silly misunderstanding. But instead, Leon meets a handsome and smooth-talking little churro by the name of Luis Serra. Now, Luis claims to be a police officer from Madrid that was captured and overheard of the group's evil plans. Now, I think anyone with common sense could decipher that Madrid's police force wouldn't send a normal police officer to investigate a suspicious rural town without backup and dressed as a pedestrian. But it's Leon, and he can't be smart and handsome, so we'll just have to roll with it. And as Leon stared into Luis's starry, glistening eyes, they discovered that fate isn't always set in stone. They decided right then and there that white women weren't worth the knockoff Coco Chanel bags they used to hold their 2-for-1 vouchers in. Luis retired, and Leon immigrated to Spain to live with Luis in a 2-bedroom flat for them and their 5 toy poodles. The end. I'm kidding, they were captured immediately and injected with the Las Plagas, during which time Leon and Luis have a chance to chat and really get to know each other. They share a few laughs, and Leon even opens up about that time he experimented at Boy Scouts. The Scoutmaster wasn't too happy about it, but Leon definitely was. Anyways, skipping ahead, Leon and Luis break free and Luis escapes while Leon continues his journey. During Leon's search for that blonde bimbo, he meets a stranger aptly named the Merchant, and based on his appearance, a completely trustworthy and upstanding citizen. He acts as the game's vendor, selling various equipment and ammo that all conveniently serve Leon's purpose, because apparently Resident Evil isn't about survival anymore, and it doesn't matter if your aim is shit, or you're terrible at inventory management, or you waste first aid sprays every time your health drops below 90%. Capcom's got you. So I just spent the past 20 minutes trying to write an excuse for why this video is going to end so abruptly, but instead of that let's just say that I've been lazy and this episode is going to be in separate parts. So stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.